Sorry I'm late. Kitty, don't get scared. I wasn't screaming at you. Maru. We are not screaming at the kitty. I wasn't supposed to play this game today, to be honest. I was planning to play Spell first, but then I opened my TikTok and responded to someone's message under my last Mighty video, and it somehow spiraled into weird territory. Maru? Maru? Maru?
I understand.
You understand what exactly? Na 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 na. I forgot about those events. I have to do them at one point. I did a lot of stuff for Mighties. I did kind of returny stuff. Where are you going, kitty? What do you want? But I ran out of materials for leveling up. We are in the darkest abyss. The worst us. Okay, where to now? We were supposed to talk to this person. Mara! I am with this team because I was doing some farming for Mighty, and this team was doing surprisingly well, even though Shui is not really leveled up. She didn't die! Like, I didn't know. Like, when I was farming for Mighty, I didn't realize that push 1 has an additional healing ability. I didn't know. Laugh at me, I didn't know. And that was the ability that kept Shui, the most under-leveled DPS in my team, alive. Like, she is under-leveled DPS, but thanks to Pushwan, Pella, and Ruan Mei, she was kept alive. And she was doing damage. She was doing fine, even though I couldn't level her higher. It was shocking.
I'm glad to be in your company again, miss.
Yay! Tell me about the titan known as Thanatos.
Thanatos controls my fate, in a sense. The curse I bear came from them, and they have something of mine. Something of great importance that I must get back from them.
Thanatos... I don't remember if all the titans are named after Greek gods. But Thanatos is for sure Greek god of death. Not to conflate with Hades. Hades is the god of the underworld, not death. Thanatos is the god of death. Who is Professor Anaxa?
When I was studying at the Grove alongside Phynon and the others, Professor Anaxa was responsible for teaching us about the Chrysos heirs and the Titans. That's also when I met Miss Hyacinth. She was Anaxa's teaching assistant then.
Ooh. So we have personal connection here. Piatzin, whatever. What is the Grove of Epiphany?
The Grove of Epiphany is Akama's partner academy. They look after the core flame of Circes and are the organization at the forefront of researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans. They also provide academic research support for the Flame Chase journey.
This is the first time we are hearing about any educational facility in this world. Good to know they have one.
Several Chrysos heirs are based in the Grove, including Miss Hyacinth and Professor Anaxa.
I don't have any more questions. Let's go.
I came here with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates. Let's go meet up with her.
And who is that?
Look, there she is! And Lady Trianne. But who's that they're looking at?
Fallen NPC!
Did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's a serious injury. Miss Hyacinth, this man was discovered by Trianne! Trianne was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Akama for some fresh air. But then we found him collapsed on the roadside. Trianne knows the city has good doctors, so Trianne brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor. I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trianne. But by then, this man was already in critical condition, so I had to perform some emergency treatment first. These wounds, they're caused by the Black Tide. This is bad. Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. I'll treat him myself. It's a miracle he's still alive, considering how badly the Black Tide injured him. Grey, Cassie, and Trianne, would you mind making your way to the Grove first? Once this man is out of danger, Clementine and I will join you. As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical attention.
I understand. May fate have mercy on this poor man.
Trianne believes he'll get better.
Wow.
Everybody, follow Trianne! Fly, fly, fly away from Akama!
I hope the NPC is okay. Also, Trianne doesn't have any care in the world.
Quiet. crossroad we go, to the skies we fly, leaving Akuma behind! Little Cass, little Gray, are you ready?
Are we not using the Sentry Gate?
You might not be aware of this, but using the Sentry Gate takes a significant toll on Lady Trian.
Uh-huh.
Trian promised Treeby that we wouldn't open the gate unless we had no other choice.
Okay, let's go!
I'm ready, too.
Okie dokie. Everybody, let's hold hands. To the grove we go!
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto Wolfeld.
Cass, memmy, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem.
Mem wants to try sewing. Here, why don't you give it a go?
Do you understand them? How are you two so close already?
Memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem. Memmy, memmy, mem, 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 mem.
It's hard not to like Mem when they're so adorable. Oh, this is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the battle with Nikador.
That was what I was actually wondering here.
After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to understand what they're saying. Even if it's just a little.
Mem, 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 memmy, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem.
That just sounds weird. Scary, don't teach her how to sew, Cass.
Mem, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, 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 memmy, mem. Memmy, memmy, mem. Mem, 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 mem.
I don't want to be in the shoes of that voice actor who had to do all those sounds.
Memmy, mem, mem. Mem, 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 mem.
You'll learn a powerful new ability. You might become fluffier, transform into a cute girl. Now.
Memmy, mem, 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 memmy, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, memmy, mem, mem, mem. Memmy, mem, mem.
Well, fluffy animals are 90% outside and 10% inside.
Cute. Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Cass, and a little pink puppy? Puppy? Memmy, mem, 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 mem. Memmy, mem, 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 memmy, mem, mem, memmy.
It's already action hour. Lady Trian, I hope you're well rested.
Action hour? What does it mean, action hour?
You were talking in your sleep. Did you dream of many things?
Why do they call noon an action hour? That's weird.
Sleep talking? What did Trian say?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword, let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Ugh, it's so embarrassing. Please don't make fun of Trian.
Of course not. Wasn't Lady Trian's mother also the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis?
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had red hair that looked like a cute red mushroom.
Oh. Interesting. Also, Holy Maiden. It makes me think, because I don't know if you noticed, but in the one of the videos for Honkai Star Rail, Trian, 3B, and the last one are flying through a place that looks remarkably like Celestia in Genshin Impact. And now they're saying that their mother was a holy maiden. And considering that heavenly principles are, well, mostly interchangeable with the primordial one, it may be some kind of hint, like a reference. Maybe Hoyo wants us to get some hints from this storyline for Genshin Impact. Like, you know, Primordial One made 4 of his shades that looked similar to him. Her, in this case. Because we know that Primordial One looks exactly like HSR of the Void. Similar. And that implies that the 4 shades looked similar to her. So now they're calling here a holy maiden. Like, it's both relation to HSR of the Void, but also to Kalen, because they're all Kaslanas, you know? I feel like there's some connection here that I can't grasp. They're using those names, Holy Maiden and whatever, deliberately, because how in Greek-inspired culture there could be Holy Maiden, where the holy as a word usually is used in relation to Christianity rather than Greece. I feel like I never saw this word used in any person who was somehow associated with any Greek god. So, the usage of this title here kinda makes me suspicious that there is some kind of hint here. That they are trying to say that because the sister's mother was a holy maiden, that it's we have to kinda make some kind of weird conclusion from that. I don't know. I don't make sense. Don't listen to me. I just feel there is something here. Something sus. The only thing that doesn't match are the looks, because they have red hair, not white hair.
But Trian can't remember what Mama looked like anymore.
They also remind me a lot about Klee.
In the dream just now.
Also, there are elves. Are they going to explain why some of the NPCs in this world are elves, or they're just going to skip it? Like, in Honkai Impact 3rd, Alicia was an elf because she was a creation of Honkai energy, so she just kinda... She has origin kinda similar to a fairy. She just popped into existence. But well, so did Welt. I mean, the original Welt choice. So I wonder how they're going to explain the elves in Honkai Star Rail and how they're going to explain elves in Genshin Impact. Like, is there some kind of relation between those two worlds, considering how many weird Easter eggs between them Hoyo is putting? Like, are they trying to draw the connection here somehow, or make a parallels? So, what's your superpower? But you don't have hands, only paws. That's... I am going to go boom?
thinks that's a great idea. Can the pink puppy help Trianne out?
Did you just understand her too? Does suddenly everyone understand, ma'am?
Mem. Yay! And I'll call you Little Memmy from now on. Mem. Okie dokie. Trianne remembers that we need to help Aggie ask the big tree whether Cersei's would be willing to visit Akama. If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time!
Legend has it that whenever they requested an audience with Cersei's, Nestia would always come to the meeting in a long white dress. As the warps and wefts of the dress came into contact with the ground, they turned into paths and stairs. May this romantic path bring good tidings to Akama.
Welcome to the Grove, a place blessed by reason. The majesty of the Bow of Rifts speaks for themselves. My internet went down while I was playing Deep Rock, lol. I'm so sorry, Tiberius. Are you fine now? Onward, guest from afar, behold the gorgeous view. Why this... is it just me, or this place looks very familiar? Maybe it's just the similarity to the general looks in other games from Hoyo. Like, it looks half like... no. That place where Fuhua had her school, and halfly as some kind of place I could find in Genshin Impact. The silent statue seems shrouded in the delicate veil, surrounded by glowing insects and bluish flowers. The scene inexplicably brings to mind Mnestia's legend for transforming into butterflies. Before becoming butterflies, it seems they too were a solitary nocturnal wanderer who enjoyed solitary strolls.
Look! A huge tree! It's... huge!
It's really resembling some of the structures I saw in Honkai Impact Bird, to be honest. Grass has quietly crept up the folds of the statue's garments, and blue flowers bloom at its feet. The faceless garden appears to have stood here for millennia, silently observing generations of scholars as they pass by. One wonders whether it guards the grove or waits for someone who'll never return. There are some buildings that are not exactly reminiscent of Sumeru, but remind me of it. From Genshin Impact, of course. Because the other buildings are typical Greek architecture. Or similar to Greek architecture. From the broken cocoon, faint light still emanates. Wait, what? Golden fragments remain radiant in the darkness, illuminating the blue... Wait, what? Again. I didn't read it. Memory and prophecy upon the wall. Like a light left behind by Mnestia, the garden at night seems to remember the butterfly that once chased the light of reason, willingly forsaking eternity for a fleeting embrace. From the broken cocoon, blah blah blah. Golden fragments remain radiant in the darkness, illuminating blooming blue flowers around them. It's said that the nestiest swarm of black butterflies once emerged from such cocoons, bestowing the gift of memory and prophecy upon this world. Okay, cool.
Ma'am.
A giant tree bows slightly in the silent forest, tilting and falling into the wilting green waves. A passing breeze rustled through the leaves as if it was sighing, bleh, softly fading into the lightless ocean above on high. Would March 7th appreciate this sublime scene? You're uncertain. Dunhang, perhaps. Never mind, every time he encounters a tree as big as this one, it would be a deeply troubling situation. Take a photo of this big tree. I never fail to impress. This photo deserves an award.
It's the Bough of Rift, the divine body of Circes. Flora began to grow where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin upon which we stand gradually became a large, verdant forest. A long time ago, Thelesis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental clarity, knowledge, and enlightenment.
Exactly the same background. Like, the similarity between this place and Sumeru is so striking. Like the Genshin Impact Sumeru, I mean. Hoyo really likes gardens and places where there's a lot of greenery and huge trees, and likes linking those places to knowledge, enlightenment, clarity.
Oh, Trian knows this. Everybody says that was how this big academy came to be.
Something feels off.
Wow, bad
The Grove
feeling.
has always welcomed scholars. So too would Circes give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches in greeting. Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival.
So, we have no way in? Is the grove closed to visitors? What an inconsiderate Titan.
That doesn't seem likely. Miss Hyacinth didn't mention anything about it.
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. They don't want to be disturbed, so they shut the entrance.
This place is too quiet. What in the world is...
Trian found it! Everybody, fly across to the other side!
I'm sorry, Castoris. Was not something I wanted to happen.
The entrance on the other side. Where could it be? Gray's eyes are so sharp.
I knew you would find it. The courtyard of Storgi should be just ahead of us.
Quietly.
In memory, it was a golden rain. Erotea, full of the world's love, returned at dawn. transforming into butterflies that scattered glittering scale dust, blending the bloodlines of those they touched. From the day forward, there was you and me, and I and you.
As I expected, something's not right here. Not to mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet.
Maybe Aglaia didn't give them a heads up. Maybe something happened.
That's possible.
Hello? Is anyone there?
She just screamed across the academia.
Oh, no one's here.
Wow, that scared me. What should we do now? Should we head back?
I have an idea. Lady Trian, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Aglaia said this. While you're in the grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not. This is achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circes are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests.
And what is chrysalis of gold?
Oh, Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Whoa, that scared me too! Is this some kind of ritualistic prayer? Who came up with this? How unique!
This is a proverb that was recorded in the handbook of Nestia's priests. If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this butterfly exuvia with the golden thread.
There isn't a reaction. Did it not work?
But that shouldn't be.
Memmy.
Are they white dryad flowers?
Goods received.
Where golden threads intertwine with roots, the Titan's exuviate rests here. Golden butterflies flow like tides, their shimmering scale dust spreading aloft between kin. Humankind must ponder. Is the pursuit of knowledge not like spinning a cocoon? Only through mutual sharpening and repeated tempering can the butterfly of wisdom break free and truth reveal itself. Okay, fine, cool.
No, these aren't white dryads. These are shadows of dead white dryads.
Dead me, ma'am. Shadow?
Strictly speaking, These white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have already died. What you see here are just faint afterimages of their souls. However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence. Without the golden thread's outlines, we would not have been able to see them at all.
But what happened to them? Why are there only tiny shadows of them left?
Another Easter egg to Genshin Impact. They are basically talking about the series right now. This is a reference to the series. It's kind of driving me insane at this point. Why are they putting so many Easter eggs into the Amphoria storyline if they are not cooking something behind the scenes?
Ma'am, can you read their memories?
Let me try.
Since when can you... Did you notice that Mom can say some words like dead, try, and whatever? Puppy? She said puppy before. Got anything?
Black cloak, sword.
Now you know the language? Since when?
Toward the great tree.
How do you do that?
I have a bad feeling about this. The deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Oh! Trian will be on high alert!
Master Kalinicus, we have installed bronze detonators along a number of the Grove main roads as you instructed. Very good. Can we proceed according to plan? There will be no issues on the technology side. We have already held detonation tests and ensured that they are able to damage the bodies of Titans. It just what? It's just that such methods are blasphemous. Such things are not important in a moment of crisis. What matters most is that we slow the invasion of the Black Tide as much as possible. I never thought that when our backs were against the wall, we would be forced to use the Anaxa's wicked ways. Other scholars held such reverence for the gods, but they never researched such evil technology. Even if the Titan disagrees, it's not like they will say anything. Alright, that's enough lamenting. Gravitas, you have another important mission now. I need you to find a way to leave the Grove immediately and head to Okema to request aid. I do not know if the Grove can withstand this threat. If we can just hold out until reinforcements arrive, then all will be well. If not, I have no choice but to entrust the core flame to that woman. You want me to leave the front line and be a deserter? No, there's no way. You're a crisis heir. If anyone is going, it should be you. There are crisis heirs that aren't pullable characters? Don't argue with me, you know you will never win. It is precisely because I am a crisis heir that I must stay and fend off the Black Tide. I will endeavor to ensure we survive until reinforcements arrive. I may be a scholar, but I know a bit about fighting. Any normal Black Tide monster is no match for me, so you need not worry. I just don't want to be... Calling for aid is not desertion. If you were not prepared to risk your life, the Black Tide would simply intercept you and kill you before you made it to Okama. Gravitas, you are the fastest among us. Will you accept this important duty? I'll not let you down. May Circes protect your mind, Master Kalinicus. May the Circes protect your mind. So, hey, I suspect this guy is who we found on the ground, passed out on the road. So the Black Tide entered this place. then they're fucked. They sent for reinforcements, but the guy who was sent was also infected and was found by the healers just not long ago. How long ago did the Black Tide arrive? I see something red on the other side.
The smell of death is becoming more and more intense. There, on the steps.
Wait. Is this Black Tide? It looks vaguely similar to the corruption. Yeah, wait, we saw Black Tide before in Janusopolis, didn't we? It looks like a corruption of data. It kinda gives you the feeling that this entire world is not actual world, like this is some kind of data world. Or maybe Black Tide simply just is supposed to look like this. And that this world isn't a regular world, but some corruption from the outside is destroying it. Those monsters, though, are new.
This looks really scary. Mem.
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into deformed hollow husks of their former selves. Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't bode well.
Should we inform Aggie about this? Mem.
You know what? They look kind of similar to the antimatter legion, just different.
The monster is alive! Trienne will protect everybody!
Trienne, please hide behind us. Miss, let's do this.
Is this going to be a world in which Honkai corruption and Stellaron will become a one thing? Like, not a one thing in the same interchangeable, but more like mixing of the two? Because it not only creates monsters from people, but it also looks like corruption of data when it destroys a place. Certain enemies will inflict ally units with the corrosion state. Attacking enemies will restore corroded HP. The more targets hit, the more is restored.
As expected. The words black, sword, and cloak. They're talking about the Black Tide.
Petal and life all will be swept away by the wind.
And this is how we lost our DPS. Change lineup. Wait. I don't remember what elements we need. I remember they for sure had electro shields, but the rest I forgot. Give me a second to check. I think they had imaginary. Imaginary. Okay. Okay, I think I see now. Oh. Good work.
This looks...
As expected. The words black, sword, and cloak. They're talking about the Black Tide.
Enjoying yourself?
Every petal in life's garden, all will be swept away by the wind.
Like a shadow. Sure, I'll play along. It's on me.
Some value, I suppose.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds. The fearless knows not fear. That won't do.
Darkness, charge!
I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Enjoying
Dirty
yourself?
tricks, all right?
There's more to life.
Never hesitate!
Watch your head. I hit the mark. Spend freely.
Fangs and claws
The
got
dice
dull.
have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
That won't do. Ah! I venture forth to forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Eternal.
Hedge your bets. Uh-huh.
Enjoying yourself?
All in.
Grace and elegance.
Every petal, all will be
Should
swept
have
away
probably
by the
go with
wind.
Acheron.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5. The fearless knows not fear. Too slow.
Sure, I'll play along.
That won't do.
think the black tide has spread this quickly to the Grove despite its remote location. I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined.
Oh no! Does this mean that Akuma is also in danger?
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least succeeded in fending off the first wave of attacks. But at what price?
I guess this is the reason why Mighty needs to take over the Strife Titan's place very quickly.
Lady Aglaya, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor, we were able to save the life of that patient found on the outskirts of Akuma.
Thank you again, Hyacinth, for your hard work.
The scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the Black Tide's corruption. It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain consciousness.
Also, another reference to Genshin Impact, the scarring of his organs. This Black Tide's corruption has similar effects on the inside organs of the people that are in close proximity to it as the Abyss corruption from Genshin Impact.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the Grove either. You deserve a good rest now. Tribi, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. He is not Akuman. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique. Such craftsmanship is undeniably from the Grove.
The Grove? You mean...
Now that I think about it, Castris and the rest should have arrived at the Grove by now.
Trian just got in contact. The Black Tide has invaded the Grove. We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden Thread. What should we do, Aggie?
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the Grove to be the first to be impacted, though. Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it. The core flame is still there, but...
But... what?
But they can't say for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the Black Tide.
Please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the Grove. Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
They've set off. Please, stay safe, everyone.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that Anaxa is still alive?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Is this a joke as well?
No.
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akuma. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akuma's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster. Alas, it's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something... I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything that may happen.
All right. Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad news.
We can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Treeby, we should prepare for the worst. It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the black tide.
How should I put it? Lady Aglaya doesn't trust Anaxa at all, I'm afraid.
He sounds like a big shot. Ah, that makes complete sense.
Despite being a chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense.
Well, he's a man of science. Obviously, he doesn't believe that. But it's funnier in a world in which gods actually exist.
During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the flame chase journey.
Mem? Trian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali, they're the Titan who treats us the best.
Anaxa coming upon the face of the Circe's Titan and screaming into the sky, I don't believe in your exist! He does look like a lunatic. I mean, this is how I imagine that, but he's probably more gracious about this.
Yes, that is how we formed an agreement with these titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our flame chase journey, we will wait till the final moments of the journey to restore their core flames.
Uh-huh. So this is like, we will kill you last if you support. Lol, that sounds really bad out of context.
With the exception of Voronix, that is, they didn't lend us their power willingly.
So you extorted the Titan? Aren't you ashamed of yourselves?
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the black tide and did not descend into madness.
Trian believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart.
You repeated yourself.
So, Little Gray and Little Cass, just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to Trian. It's easy for Trian to look for people because we can fly.
Good idea. In that case, please bring the weft along with you, Lady Trian. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself.
Okie doke. If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trian, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate for you.
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice, Lady Trian. Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
Okay. We will keep that in mind. Trian was just trying to help.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here. Remember all those brave heroes and the tales you've heard. They would always save their strength until the very last moment. That way, they could ensure that nothing went wrong with their plans. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. In that case, brave Trian shall clear the way for all of you. Memmy mem memmy mem mem. Memmy mem mem mem. Memmy mem 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 mem. Mem mem mem.
Let's switch to line up with Acheron. The sound it's making, it's so annoying! I hate it! The black-colored monster has fallen like a toppled statue. Within its body lie golden ashes, perhaps the same substance as the golden blood that is commonly seen in Euphorius.
Mem.
Even more dead people. A despicable twisted life form. It was once a living soul that could mourn pain. But now it can only turn its head at others until its soul drifts silently out of its shell. Life is impermanent, strikes without warning. Even as a bug in this garden of reason, one must maintain daily self-examination. Who am I? Where am I? What shall I eat? Maybe this is actually a huge computer world, because those stupid butterflies are digital, and they annoy me, kind of, because I don't know what does it mean if their existence kinda implies things. Can this world be just made out of data? Can this world not be actual planet but just data? It's locked.
Can't open it. It was probably sealed in order to ward off the black tide.
There is no keyhole in this door.
Yes. Most of the doors in Amphorius are sealed using the power of Yanis.
Are you serious? Just a mere door, and your first instinct is to call on the gods? Before you try unlocking the door, perhaps you should first find a way to clear the fog that clouds your vision.
Jesus Christ, that man is mean!
My name is Anaxagoras, one of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany, and the founder of the New Sporists. Before we go any further, rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa.
LOL. We are going to call him a Nax. Mostly because he was mean to us. Like, man, that was not a stupid question to, you know, ask a Titan for help. But you were like, oh, you can't use your brain, so you are going to ask for God. I'm sorry, mister, but I am a walking superhero with powers of higher gods and at my disposal. Did you ever hear of eons? His name was Anaxagoras? Or something like that?
Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
He sounds so pompous. I also don't like when people interrupt me. But that's because I never interrupt them, but they always feel like it's okay to interrupt me.
The person standing here and conversing with you right now isn't the Rather, it is the culmination of the greatness of science and the pure, irrefutable, and undeniable exalted truth.
Okay, cool. What does science mean in the world created by superpowers? Like, even the genius society full of scientists is following a greater god called Nous, who is a super fucking computer that ascended to godhood for some reason.
Through the wonders of alchemy, I have shattered my soul and transmuted it into gold before burying it in this spot. I have recorded these words so that visitors may learn where their next destination lies.
He has a thing covering his eye. He shattered his soul into several parts. He reminds me of someone from Genshin Impact. Guess who? Yes, Il Dottore, number 3. I mean, number 3 was added because I don't know which Il Dottore we met, so... We met one in the comics and one in the game, so I will deem this one as 3, maybe 4, depending if in the comics there was another Il Dottore. I am deeming you know the Naxa. You're from this moment on, you're Il Dottore. And I don't like you. And also he's a master of alchemy now. That reminds me of gold.
Nothing is impossible. Having said that, alchemy is not omnipotent. Each time you hear from me, an equivalent part of my soul is being consumed as the price. In other words, this voice isn't created out of thin air.
Why are you shattering your soul if you have to sacrifice it?
That's because my precise calculations account for every possibility. I also know that you have already discovered the cause of the calamity at the Grove, the Black Tide, and that you mistakenly believe that the scholars have been wiped.
I don't want to be picky here, but I don't think there are calculations that could predict so much. Even, like, he seems as if he was seeing the future, not doing calculations. Like, he even knows what type of dialogue you're going to say.
But that is where you're wrong. While the Black Tide was still approaching the Grove, the sages found a way to evacuate the vast majority of the scholars. They are heading toward the holy city of Akama as we speak.
Really? Because we found one person that, well, didn't make it in one piece.
Only a small fraction of the scholars stayed behind with me to defend the Grove. If all goes well, Cersei's core flame will reach Akama before long.
But the core flame is still here, according to Trian.
But since you have accessed this message, something unforeseen must have occurred. For now, you should continue onward to the Luminary Throne, where you may retrieve the core flame. And our mortal remains. And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Miss, judging from your reaction, you must have found a useful memory.
Recount what you saw in the memory.
Professor Anaxa? That's a lot to digest at once. I'm sorry. Please give me some time.
He said his name is Anaxagoras.
You don't have to take that too seriously. For some reason, he's especially particular about his full name.
Because he is a pompous prick. Nusporists and alchemy refer to...
Professor Anaxa theorizes that all beings originate from the same source and have a similar composition, which in this case refers to the soul. He calls this theory Nusporism.
the god, higher god in this sense, such as Eon News, is definitely connected to that. But he's studying the soul. Is this supposed to imply that Nous, while ascending into godhood, did that because it attained a soul? Like it was a supercomputer that became sentient? And that's why it could ascend into godhood? Is there some kind of correlation here? Because the naming of this theory, Nusporis, seems to point into the territory of the Eon of erudition. I wonder if this entire story is supposed to also, like, you know, how to say it. During the first part of this story, somewhere at the end of it, Herta was trying to contact Nous, but had little progress, and then she was interrupted by Welt and Sunday. And I don't remember already which Eons had eyes on Amporius, but it's very likely that erudition may be one of them. So maybe this entire story may also give us some clue about Nous and why Herta is trying to contact it. If it can be contacted at all.
It is an extremely complicated theory. You should get him to explain it himself if you're interested. Provided that he is still alive.
Everyone seems to have been evacuated. But how many of them survived? Anyway, I feel like Nous is supposed to be an important part of this storyline. Like supercomputer, and then Professor Anaxa, who has his own theory about soul and not liking using the powers of gods. That's kind of ironic, considering that he named his own theory after an Eon about existence he possibly doesn't know of existence. You know what I mean?
Yes, that seems like the only good news so far. We can just focus on retrieving the core flame then.
I wouldn't jump to conclusions. You saw how that guy looked like who ran to Okema. Perhaps Anaxa did not manage to survive.
I do not wish to consider this possibility. Perhaps they were just unable to transfer the core flame, but managed to escape.
We have to go to the Luminary Throne.
It is located at the top of the giant tree, and is where Cersei's core flame is kept. According to Anaxa, the core flame should still be there, but making our way there won't be as simple as the professor made it sound.
All right.
Hey! Can you keep to either mem or normal words?
Right. Let's see whether he left any similar directions for us along the way.
Do I have to talk more time to him?
Alchemy is truly incredible.
This place seems to be serving the similar function as Kanria. And it's funny because Kanria was beneath Sumeru in Genshin Impact. So... So yeah, this place seems to be serving as then like a reference all on its own. There is a guy who doesn't like gods, and there is a huge academy and a huge tree, and I wouldn't say a nation without God, but you know, still, he doesn't like gods much.
Mem? Mem?
No, you didn't imagine it. I heard it as well. I'm afraid that someone's probably nearby. As we are unable to ascertain whether they are friend or foe, we better remain cautious.
That's why you're supposed to keep quiet in a library. Don't be afraid. I have experience in ghost hunting.
Found it. The voice is coming from over there.
I think I saw something red here that disappeared. The heart? The air? Wyatt Riot?
No. It seems to be coming from somewhere even further that way. Let's go check it out.
Ah, a human! Been hiding here forever. Yet those monsters never spotted me. Perhaps I'm just too tiny. Almost scared me to death. Couldn't even croak. To the soul that seeks understanding, love and wisdom are but one life. The thirsty approach the water only to dissolve in the moon's reflection. There's something red there, appearing and disappearing. This mannequin is covered with dents of varying depths, evidence of its involvement in battles against creations of the Black Tide. You pat its shell and dim patterns begin to glow once more. Perhaps the connection of the golden thread encountered an obstacle, or the garment maker has sustained too much damage. Doesn't respond immediately, let it take its time. One little sip, just a tiny taste of this honeydew of knowledge, and I will ace the final exam now, since nobody is around. No wait, are there any more final exams? Chrysalis of gold, Mnestia, weaving fates of hearts destined to meet, purest beauty in your grace, deepest passion in your heat. A statue resembling an old man draped in robes, seated in deep meditation. Resembling an old man draped in robes, seated in deep meditation and capable of singing. Stare at the statue, stroke the statue, knock on the statue.
Regardless of what you do, a stone won't be able to speak.
Mim.
Who you are? Why do you look like a dryad?
Such a lively little bunny. You even smell a little familiar.
What a good-looking ghost! Ha! Demon, eat my bat!
What a smooth-talking child. I'll accept your praise.
Well, you're hot, so you get the praise.
Who are you? Keep your distance and identify yourself. Otherwise, you'll face the consequences.
Castoris took the demon begone approach.
The scent of Thanatos. I recognize you. Idonia's renowned goddess of death.
Since you are aware, stop provoking the authority of death. Answer my question.
Baring your fangs at me. How cute. Just call me Calypso. I greet you on behalf of the 7 sages and the litophagists.
Hi, Professor. Understand what you're saying, but are you a specter?
Be careful. Even if the head of the litophagists has never shown their true identity before, we shouldn't trust this person so easily. The Weft could not detect her presence just now. That would be out of the ordinary if she were truly a phantom body. But if she is someone who has passed on, I should be able to tell. Let me test her.
Do you mind if I join your private conversation?
That would be rather inappropriate for someone who isn't even willing to reveal their real self. Forget it. However, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer them truthfully. If you can do so without hesitation, we won't treat you as an enemy for the time being.
A pop quiz? Well, that sparks my interest. Go ahead.
What was the topic for the grand finals of the 752nd Great Debate?
Is a flying arrow in motion or at rest?
Who was your representative?
Medea. She went up against Phynon of the New Sporists.
Phynon was part of the New Sporists? He was studying under Anax. Yeah, I remember they mentioned something like that.
Who won?
Nobody won because the 752nd Great Debate never took place.
Wait, what?
What I just mentioned happened during the previous debate. Phynon emerged victorious and obtained his 10th consecutive debate wreath. Also, to alleviate your worries, I shall provide you with a piece of information that's more valuable than the Great Debate. Anaxa the New Sporist is still alive. I saved him, and he is now recuperating at the Luminary Throne. So, are you satisfied with my answers? This dumbfounded expression of yours is much more adorable and likable than the previous one. As the saying goes, seeing is believing. Why don't you follow me to the throne and take a look for yourself?
I'll keep my eyes on you at all times.
Oh, that's truly an honor.
Mim?
As long as we can get the water wheel turning, we'll be able to use it to ascend. So, the solution is to awaken this heart.
There's still something appearing here.
This heart is the source of all water in the grove.
Indeed. When the sparks of inspiration burst forth within the grove, dewdrops fall and land within the pool.
Then let me ignite my creativity. Actually, I have some solid water. You hold your breath and focus. Drip, drip. A drop of water falls into the pool.
Huh. Can that really work?
No, it was merely an ordinary drop of dew, following the natural laws of water's three states, not born of inspiration.
Seems like it won't be possible to fill it up with just the few of us.
Just come with me. We must first retrieve a treasure if we want to awaken the heart.
Wasting time like usual.
Is that the Chamber of Purifying Tears?
You have a good memory.
Why exactly did you bring us here?
My intention should be obvious. See that shallow pond over there? Water lilies grow there. Initially, Circes watered them with their tears, while Nestia nurtured them with affectionate love. They are a token of the eternal companionship between the two gods. All the two of you have to do is to cross the deep well and retrieve the golden bough of vows for me.
Is this how you're going to test the nameless? Could the deep well be a trap?
Indeed. Could it be that you actually do not know how to proceed?
We can retrieve it, but I advise you not to waste your time on any schemes.
Oh my. I'm helping you to eliminate your worries and obstacles, and yet I receive nothing in return? Besides, the bow is essential for awakening the heart and drawing water out of the source. If you can't find it this time, we can just remain trapped here for the rest of eternity. You're overthinking things. We're all in the same boat. Although, it would be absurd to say that I have no other motives. Since you've brought it up, I might as well take this chance to explain. I'm simply making use of this opportunity to see what you two are made of. So, is that truthful enough for you? Now is not the time for me to elaborate further. So, please proceed. As a student of Anaxa, equivalent exchange should be something that you are familiar with.
I cannot deny that. Miss, since our interests are aligned right now, it's better for us to do as she says. Besides, she knows about my past. Even though I'm not able to elaborate much, I can tell you that she has reasons to fear me. If you unfortunately turn out to be her ultimate target, please don't worry. I will promptly intervene.
Wow, my bodyguard. Have the character stand on the Cognos bloom to reach a higher location through its growth, and cause it to go back down via the rewind ability. Cognos bloom sometimes becomes corrupted even after it has been rewound. It will still return to its state before the ability was used.
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades.
Huh?
Some
There are
sites
ichor vessels stored here.
Some sides of the ichor vessel are covered with the fragile membrane layer, which will break upon impact and cause ichor to flow out. When ichor comes into contact with the flower bed, it will grow Cognos bloom. When rewinding, you can rewind both to their original state. Okay.
Mem. Mem, flowers, mem.
Stream forth, gleam of old blades.
How smart.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Let's hope that this is not a trap set by her.
See, and you will find. Scream forth, gleam of old fates.
Ay ay! My fault.
All right. Again.
Commencing support.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Another blood debt repaid. Seek, and you will find.
Okay, let's take it. Oh, but first, thank you. Surely there's wonder behind this waterfall peril, quests, and a mystical blade that defeats all monsters as soon as you pull it out. That's how all the Bard stories go, right?
So this is the Golden Bough of Vows. I hope that the Titan will not take their anger out on us.
So what we are doing is simply provoking the Titans. Don't worry, there are several Ians that have my back.
If only they could interfere in the affairs of the Titans.
Well, they could!
So lustrous and beautiful. It's even more magnificent than before.
Mem Cal. Memmy mem. Memmy mem. Memmy mem.
Understood. My apologies, Pink Bunny.
Wait. Both of them have the short name Carl.
Memmy bunny mem? Memmy mem.
Is this the legendary Golden Bough of Vows?
No, wait. That is Carl and this is Cass.
We'll know once we test it. There's a secret passageway behind the pond. It's faster if we take that path.
How do you know this place so well?
Well, I'm one of the 7 sages after all. We're here. Could you kindly pluck a petal for me and place it into the pool? Now, can our little goddess perform that again?
Huh?
That being the oath of Nestia's priests.
Right. Got it. O Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Ma'am, Mammy lit up.
Oh, I finally see those red pinkies. What is the principle behind this? How dazzling!
It's just an ancient promise between the Titan and humans. So, what do you think? It really is the Golden Bough of Vows. And I did not set any traps for you, right?
The way she said that reminded me of one character from Star Wars The Old Republic that also said those words to me. Hey, I did help you, I didn't trick you in any way. And then she proceeded to trick me in every way.
That is indeed true.
You look like a sad, lost puppy. Even if this is indeed a scheme to get you to lower your guard, you don't have any other choice but to play along, do you?
You remind me of Scorpio too much.
Therefore, why don't we just put everything aside and work together? We can always determine who's right and who's wrong once we overcome this.
Yes, I agree.
Great. Then let's ride the water wheel.
However, giving us half-truths is not the right attitude for cooperation. Furthermore, according to the principle of equivalent exchange, since we have passed your so-called trial, isn't it time for you to make your intentions clear to us?
Ah. I really can't bear to look at your sad expressions. Although you only cleared a simple trial, I'm willing to make an exception and treat you with sincerity.
So you normally don't?
I'll allow each of you to ask a question. But not the little bunny. So, ask away.
Well, in that case, miss, please go ahead.
Okay, what is your true identity? Why don't you show your true appearance? What is your purpose in testing us? Why do you say that our fates are intertwined? Me first, but why?
Oh, straight to the point. The Titans have cast a net over this place because of the black tide. If we want to escape, I'll require your help to reclaim my true form. Well, it's your turn now, little goddess of death.
My question is, Was your previous answer the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
There's no point in making this unnecessarily complicated.
That applies to you as well. However, we do not harbor any hostility. We merely want to avoid any potential harm to us. Lady Calypso, if you want us to work together more effectively, I advise you to answer my question honestly.
All right. I was completely truthful in my response just now. I have not deceived you, nor will I.
With all due respect, omitting facts can also be considered deceit.
Is that so? Regardless, I still stand by my previous response.
Then please lead the way. After all, facts speak for themselves. The truth will come to light once we arrive at the Luminary Throne.
All right, all right. I originally thought that you were just a beautiful flower planted in the mortal realm by the hand of Shadow. But now, I see you have some prickly thorns, too.
I'll just consider that a compliment.
Indeed. I'm complimenting your charming naivete. All right, go ride the water wheel. I'll wait for you up there.
Mem.
This is the most bizarre elevator I ever rode. Ooh, beep 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 beep. Not you again! I hate this thing. Fuck you.
Speaking of which, don't you also have a red-haired companion?
Mem.
Not too much. It's just that I seem to hear the sound of a bee buzzing around.
Lady, your metaphors are not worthy of praise at all.
Our senses alone can fulfill our souls, while cold reason only kills them, like a blade destroying pure tender bud. When facing true beauty, any thoughts are but sacrilege. That's something Anaxa wouldn't agree with, I guess. Listen. Old Titus, you must get moving. The courtyard of storage has been lost. You must leave now before it's too late. Ah, but you're planning to stand your ground as well, Anaxa. First, call me Anaxagoras. Second, what do you mean as well? Do you mean you want to die here in the grove? Have you gone senile? Anaxa, I may have not mentioned this in my previous debates with you, but I vowed to dedicate my life to the grove long ago. I temporarily gave up on this ideal when I was young because I had a family. Fortunately, I had the opportunity to reignite my wisdom here in my old age. Now that the Black Tide has come to destroy it, I have nowhere left to go. Your logic makes no sense. I know your son is getting by pretty well in Okema. What do you mean you have nowhere to go? Then tell me, Anaxagoras. You and I both know very well that legs like mine will only slow us down. How many unnecessary wounds did you suffer just escorting me to the library? The black tide descends with brutal ferocity. Even a great crisis heir like Kalinikus lost their life to it. I don't expect that I would be able to leave. I simply wish to sit and read in the Grove Library one last time. You stubborn old fool, have it your way. We were never able to decide a victor in our debates. Let's count this final one as your victory. Let us meet again in the Nether Realm, old Titus. Take care. Finally, it's quiet again. Let me see. I wonder if these brats have been sneaking impure content into the collection. Impure, you mean porn? Just as I expected, One Punch got the Aquila scroll. If this were the old days, I would have burned this on the side. Is this their version of One Punch Man or something, like some manga? Forbidden Love, the Tree and the Butterfly. Damnations, which blasphemous fool put this? Whatever. The little brat at home used to love this kind of stuff. I scared that out of him, though. In my final moments, I would like to see just what is so special about this brain-rotting nonsense. Lol, what if he got hooked at the end of his life and then regretted that he stayed? Scandals, just scandalous. Beasts of the Black Tide, I won't allow you to touch our collection.
Stream forth, gleam of old blades. Seek, and you will find. Stream forth, gleam of old blades.
I discovered the calyx. What's down there? I guess we don't have to go that way.
Whoa! It's little Gray, little Cass, and the pink puppy!
Wasn't she little Mammy?
Lady Trianne, are you alright? Were you hurt?
No, Trianne flew high up into the air so the monsters couldn't reach us.
All that matters is you're alright. Did you find an Axa? Air supremacy secured!
Air supremacy secured! That sounds so cool! Oh, but what does it mean? Wait a minute, let's get back on track. The spindle that Aggie gave us is so powerful that Trianne seems to have found Nax. He's near the treetop. Even though our perception of him is very weak, it's not like the White Dryads from before. But since Trianne was alone and afraid that it might be dangerous, we did not fly there to take a look.
It seems like Lady Trian did not forget our promise. Anaxa is indeed still alive, and he's at the Luminary Throne right now. It seems like Lady Calypso did not lie regarding this.
Huh? Calypso? Who's that?
She seems to be the head of the Lotophagists.
Oh, so you found a survivor! But the golden thread doesn't seem to be able to sense the person you're talking about. Mem! Mem, 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 mem. Mem, mem, mem.
Coming and going without a trace. She's such a strange person.
Oh! Actually, Trian also found this! Could this be related to the person you're talking about?
This is a piece of burnt cloth.
Yup! Trian found it on a branch not long ago. Trian even used the golden thread to search around and found that the entire grove is giving off a similar aura. Memmy... Memmy mem mem mem... Mem mem memmy mem? Trian doesn't think so. Because when Trian picked it up, we didn't see anything at all. And judging by the golden thread, the aura seems to be all around.
Lady Trian, where is the aura gathered at right now?
It seems to be... Oh! A little higher and a little ahead of us!
The Dome of Devotion.
Hmm?
Calypso, just what are you hiding?
These sage lotuses seem to be growing well. Bet their roots and seeds are nice and fat. Now, which concoction should I brew with these? Easier way up. This is the most annoying part of this entire world.
The golden thread is vibrating more and more violently!
Everyone, let's be even more cautious.
Stream forth, gleam bold blades.
There's no one... Hold on. The butterfly of divine mind is gone?
Love spoke to me. I am the untamed wind, arriving unbidden to embrace your flame. Gently entwining, I stoke your fire to brilliance, then let it slowly die down.
That can't be. Was it for fending off the black tide? Or perhaps...
What exactly is this butterfly of divine mind? Is it a very powerful guardian monster?
No, how should I put it? It's considered a safeguard for the Titan's core flame. This butterfly is created from Nestia's remaining divine mind and bears the responsibility of guarding the core flame. Legend has it that someone can only pass the trial of the butterfly by proving they possess pure and unselfish love within their heart. Only then can they awaken the great tree to open up the path to meet Circes.
But how are we going to prove it? Mem 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 mem.
Sorry, but even I don't know how. After all, this is a secret among secrets that only a select few in the entire grove and even Amphorius know. Rather than worry about this, Lady Trianne, did the golden thread react to anything around here?
No. That unknown thing seems to be even farther ahead and higher up.
Perhaps we can try again. Let's see if the butterfly will still react to the golden bough of vows despite having dissipated. If it's indeed the token mentioned in the legends, there should be a reaction.
Take petal from golden bowl of vows. You take a single petal from the golden bow of vows and offer it with both hands. The butterfly didn't even move 1 inch. Just hang on a little longer, a sincere heart will prevail. Pick up the petal and wave it in front of the butterfly. Chew on the petal with a highly provocative expression. Even the native myths of Amphorius, it all boils down to sincerity brings miracles. Show genuine intent and the butterfly will surely respond. It doesn't respond. Yet, regrettably, it remains unmoved. I did what I could, but the butterfly didn't even move 1 inch. So, do we also have to use some kind of special spell?
Let me give it a try. Oh, Nestia. With the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
The butterfly still did move 1 inch.
Lady Trianne, and even Mem? Where have they disappeared to?
Little Gray, little Cass, look over here, quick! Mummy, he's about to burst into flames!
What?
The voice seems to be coming from the Star Chase Atrium.
Star Chase Atrium. Those weird names. Oh. Young female scholar. 1 strike, that's all it took. What kind of monster is that black-clad swordsman? They have vanished. Without you, our Takama, our defenses crumble. We can't hold. Run, Sinane, save yourself. No, I'm not leaving without you. This won't be our end. No, listen to me, just go. Don't talk like that. You're a crisis heir, remember? I've spent my whole life chasing your shadow, looking up to your golden blood. Don't you dare give up now. Here, try grabbing onto my shoulder. Sinane, behind you. No, when did the Black Tide monsters, the others, they're all... You never listened, just like when we were kids. Guess we're both troublemakers, sis. That never caught a break with either of us, did he? Remember how you used to drag me into your schemes, sister? It doesn't matter anymore, sis. We'll all end in the same way. Dad would be proud of us. Monster of the Black Tide, you want to harm our Takama? Why don't you just try it? It looks as if Sinane is taking something from her sister's body. You imagine it must be some kind of weapon. Hush now, we wouldn't want to startle these tiny butterflies. I'm studying their metamorphosis process, and if successful, might gain new knowledge to breed butterfly chimeras.
Little Gray, little Cass, it's bad. It's very bad. I'm fine.
Calm down, we'll be right there.
Lady Trian, what exactly happened just now?
Trian and Memmy were looking around to see if there were any mechanisms nearby. But just as they went to take a closer look at that big piece of amber, they were surrounded!
I see. Let's get a move on. The orbs belonging to Ornyx's priests should be nearby. Hopefully they'll be of some use.
Memmy mem. Memmy mem mem. Memmy. Mem. It's connected! Let's hurry! Memmy is already bouncing around due to the heat!
Seek, and you will find.
Achie! Shit. This is not what I wanted to do.
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Come feast your eye. Happy New Year!
Again? Oh. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
no. I'm starting to smell something delicious.
Horsey doesn't like me.
Maybe I'll take it. No dirty tricks, all right?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Enemy targets detected.
Another journey begins in the still waters of oblivion.
Watch your head.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Destined for oblivion.
Hedge your bet. It's on me. All right.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Easy.
I'm just so only third best, you know. Actually, there's 4 of us.
It's alright. Trian only just flew down.
I'm glad that everyone is all right. Speaking of which, this piece of amber is...
A remnant of Nestia's core flame.
What?
To get to the throne at the treetop, gather the embers before you with the golden bough of vows, and present it to the divine butterfly.
Whoa, where did you come from?
You finally appeared, Lady Calypso.
Yes, it's been some time. The battle just now was a true delight, and I feel quite elated. It seems like I'll really be able to rely on all of you to reclaim my true form.
Are you Nestia?
Lady Trian, how does the golden thread react to her?
Huh. There's no reaction at all.
Obviously. After all, the fragment that you picked up just now is completely unrelated to me.
So you are Nestia.
All right. Just do as I say. If you're able to pass the trial, I will tell you everything truthfully.
Another trial.
But we have to go to the treetop to find Nax anyway, right?
True.
I've got a hunch. Come, let's collect the embers and go confront her.
How many embers is there?
According to Calypso, we just have to gather the embers before us with the golden bough of vows.
As the golden water lily touches the amber, flames spill from its petals. Curiously, the fire does not consume the entire flower, only faint sparks gather at the tips, subtly burning.
How incredible.
Seek, and you will find.
It seems like you managed to gather the embers.
Well, that was easy.
In that case, just offer it to the divine butterfly.
It'll be fine. Let's just do as she says.
Offer the faintly burning golden bough of vows. Ooh.
It's a success! The path has appeared.
All of you have indeed passed the trial.
Huh?
The sound of a butterfly's wings.
I'll be back shortly.
Hey, you were supposed to tell us who you are.
Of course, our promise still stands. But now, it's time for me to sacrifice myself.
Maybe she's not Nestia, but Cersei's. Are they gay goddesses?
If the West Wind ever ends, let that be the place where we reunite.
Yes! So you are not Nestia, you are Cersei's!
Farewell, my love.
You're Cersei's! This is... Why this is sad? Why can't you just, you know... Not be tragic, Yuri, on main.
Lady Calypso, this is...
It's nothing much. Thank you so much for your help. Now, it's time for me to fulfill my part of the promise.
Well, in that case, I can start. You're actually Cersei's, right?
Oh my. The children of humanity have passed the final trial at last. I was wondering when you were planning to expose me. How did you know?
The riddle-like trials, your distrustful yet sincere character, referring to Nestia as your love, and the head of the Litophagus is actually called Medea and not Calypso.
Since you knew from the start that I was not who I said I was, why did you wait until now to expose me?
Because I did not believe that Cersei's would walk this world in a human form. I was also afraid that the Titans were under the control of the Black Tide and would do us harm. Also, to make a claim, one must have evidence. This is the precious knowledge that I acquired during my time at the Grove.
Excellent. To think we were able to gain a new chance at life in the midst of death. Fate truly is a mysterious thing.
Well, shouldn't you also tell us why you went through all the trouble of setting up these riddles?
Oh, the reason's quite simple. I needed your help, and just like how you were wary of me, I had to ensure that you were not villains who were trying to get their hands on the core flame. I also had to ascertain that you were capable of dealing with the threat at hand.
Is this threat related to the Black Tide?
Indeed, and it's even more related to that lost item from before. Its owner is a quiet and paranoid hunter who seems to have been reborn from the Black Tide and is attacking along with it. As I could not do anything about him, I split my body up and escaped to avoid harm. I bided my time for a chance to seek assistance. Unfortunately, this was not a sustainable long-term plan.
What you mean is that you hid your own core flame?
Indeed. I split it into 3. I hid one within the golden bough of vows, and sealed another in the amber, along with Nestia's remaining embers. As for the last one, it's currently in Anaxa's body, which is in dire need of repair.
What? Do you mean that you're using such a method?
After all, the scholars of the Grove have always been willing to lay down their lives to defend my core flame. As a respected god, it would be too embarrassing if I were to do nothing and simply watch the children of humanity give up their lives for me. Especially that heretic named Anaxa. He did not even hesitate to tear his soul apart and use it to perform a miracle. He trapped all the creations of the Black Tide within the Grove so that they would not be able to harm others. His way of thinking was so out of the ordinary that I felt it would be a waste for him to meet his demise in the Black Tide. And so, I decided to save his life. Of course, this also meant that I was able to conceal myself and remain hidden. Well, that's also an equivalent exchange, right?
Mem! Mem, mem, mem! Mem, memmy, mem, mem, memmy, mem, mem! Mem, memmy, mem, mem, mem!
What a smart little bunny. This way, I'll be able to regain my true form. And you will be able to bring the core flame and your teacher back to Akama. We'll also take down the black-robed swordmaster at the throne. Together, in one go.
But, Cersei's, aren't you the reason Titan?
Even if I do not have the authority of strife, I'm still a god. I just need you to buy me some time against the warrior's blade. Once the core flame is reformed, I'll be able to show my hand.
Just leave it to me. Buying time is my specialty.
Excellent. Then just continue climbing to reach my throne. Turn the golden bough of vows into firewood to reignite the core flame of reason.
Butterfly adores flower.
I'll leave it to you, children of humanity. May you be blessed with good fortune.
It seems like a fierce battle will be inevitable.
Don't worry, Trian will protect everyone!
Ahead lies the Luminary Throne. And also, the battlefield that we're about to step onto.
Mem, me... Mem? Memmy, Mem? Memmy, what's wrong? Memmy, Mem, Mem, Mem. Memmy, Mem, Mem, Mem.
Is this... Professor Anaxa?
My eyes can no longer see. No matter. All I have to do is to place this body at the core of the array. For the sake of Emphorius. Die with me, Titan.
What the fuck is he doing? Thank you for the follow, Ace Nova Storm. Hey, Frosty Tools, you are amazing. I didn't even set that up, that thing, and it even kept with the you know, with my entire thing when it comes to luck and stuff. I'm fine. How are you? We are seeing a boss.
Ma'am.
Hopefully it's not really difficult.
Cersei's was right. He's indeed here.
Who is this black-robed guy?
I'm fine, doing great actually. I'm happy for you that you're doing great. How was your day today? Well, you can close your eyes and put fingers in your ears and la 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 true.
Everyone, brace yourself. This must be the hunter reborn from the black tide that Cersei's was talking about. The black sword and cloak. The owner of the piece of cloth. The north wind that sent over the deathly fog of Thanatos.
You're not demigods. Stand down or die.
Tiring, not gonna lie, but now just relaxing. Nah, LMAO. You will survive the spoiler, I guess. People online kept talking about this guy, so I was like, yeah, we'll definitely meet him somewhere. Uh-huh. Don't worry, I'll protect everyone. Things will get better when the Titan attacks. Is there still time for us to escape now? I am the protagonist after all. I will protect everyone.
Trian will also protect everyone! Trian is brave!
Miss. Only this time, may death protect us.
Can death protect us? Ooh.
Be careful.
One slash.
Ah!
2 slashes. Three slashes. Are enough.
Who is this guy?
Who exactly are you?
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Bless.
Familiar.
Oi oi.
Your head.
What's wrong? Everyone's a customer. Healthy syrup. Happy New Year! I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Does it matter if I kill them?
On the still waters of oblivion.
So powerful. Cersei's was right.
Enemy targets detected. Ready for another?
Destined for oblivion.
Return to the victory.
Oh shit!
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We don't have a healer!
Souls to the fire.
Not good.
Be reduced to
Adventure is the only survivor though.
In that case,
What was that?
Can't be killed in a single blow. You are indeed no ordinary human.
Can I get revival? I got revived!
Children of humanity,
Don't waver now.
let's just destroy them. One by one.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Since the ambush failed, it'll be difficult to find another opportunity. What a pity.
Professor Anaxa? No. It's Cersei's.
It's on me. No dirty. Watch your head.
I'm about to be overwhelmed. Fighting is so much more tiring than thinking.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
That was
No! Look out, everyone!
This is bad.
Century Gate, open!
What? Oh no! Is she okay? That was actually very good usage of the Century Gate. Shortly after in Okema,
Phew. That was a close call. Thank goodness that we returned to Akama unharmed.
Okema, your baseballer is back. I never want to leave the holy city again.
Little Cass, my head, it still hurts. Sorry. I know you told me not to open the gate.
Please don't blame yourself, Lady Trianne. If it weren't for you, we would have already met our end at the Grove.
I feel awful. I need to go back to get some rest.
Lady Trianne, you haven't been well since you woke up. Are you sure you can make it back on your own?
All this noise and commotion. Akama hasn't changed a bit, has it?
Are you going to be an asshole even here?
Are you Professor Anaxa?
There's no need for doubt. The Titan no longer speaks. It is I, Anaxagoras of the Newsporists.
Indeed. You are the only one who would refer to yourself like that.
Lol.
Professor, let me be frank. The mission Lady Aglaya entrusted us is to search for survivors, uncover the truth about the disaster at the Grove, and Retrieve the core flame of Circes.
That does not surprise me. And now, I'm a survivor who witnessed the entirety of the disaster, as well as the defenseless bearer of a core flame. Are you going to bring me to Aglaia to fulfill your duty?
That is indeed my duty, but I prefer not to present you to her as a captive or spoil of battle.
Fine. There's no need to make your life difficult. I'm not against meeting that woman. But I have some things to take care of first. The families of some of my fellow Grove Scholars live in the Holy City. Before we meet Aglaia, I want to visit them.
Why do you have to do it before meeting Aglaia?
Because Lady Aglaia will probably be against it.
Let me guess. That woman will not only prevent me from visiting the families of the deceased, but will also suppress any information about the Grove. She's always been that cold-hearted. My fellows at the Grove gave their lives defending the core flame and fighting the Black Tide alongside me. Their families deserve to know the truth.
There's at least one positive trait in that man.
You intend to do it without her knowledge.
Do you really think that woman would treat me well, even if I behaved and proved my loyalty? I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more anger on her face. Are you going to stop me, Castorus?
I will accompany you, but please understand that Lady Aglaia has her own considerations.
You truly have the makings of a fine scholar, putting yourself in other people's shoes like that. Let's go. I won't go overboard.
So, after all these years, you and Lady Aglaia are still...
Neither of us is narrow-minded. You should know the root cause of our conflict.
Hello. And you are?
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, you are Callinicus's wife, right?
Yes. Oh, are you a messenger? No wonder I haven't heard any news for so long. There's been a change in personnel, hasn't there?
Ma'am, Callinicus passed away a few days ago, defending the Grove against the Black Tide.
So... did he manage to defend the Grove?
Huh?
This is the first thing you ask after hearing of his passing.
Yes. He managed to protect Circe's core flame, at the cost of his life.
I see. I'll select some of his possessions and pick a nice resting place for him.
Please let us know if you need any help, ma'am.
I come from Kremnos. Death and sacrifice are things I've learned to face with composure. You know, Callinicus, even though he was a scholar, he'd always ask me to teach him how to fight whenever he came back. Isn't it funny that a Chrysos heir like him wants to learn from an ordinary person like me? I've been prepared for this for a long time. In times like these, any ordinary goodbye might just turn out to be a final farewell.
I'm really sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I was once a warrior, and I'll find my way back to the battlefield someday. With the coming coronation of the new king of Kremnos, I'll take up my lance against the creatures of the Black Tide, and seek vengeance for my husband.
Wow. Very determined lady. Oh, recollection of Maidimos and Finan. So you did come creeping in here after all, Mighty. I don't know about anywhere else, but that conscious body of yours is bound to be noticed in Marmorial Palace. There's something I can do for you. Nothing in particular. I feared you wouldn't be preparing to bathe with that immortal body of yours. You're here, and that's all that matters. It is strange, though, now that I say it. I thought that the black tide would have no effect on you. Oh. It seems that power comes from the gods, after all. If even they themselves are at its mercy, it is only natural that they are unable to protect you. Yes. So, is the black tide your only weakness? No. I see you're trying to get rid of me. I'll change the topic. There is something that I actually wish to ask you. There are few in this city that can match me in battle, and chances to battle non-humans are few and far between my travels. Because of this, it has been hard for me to observe the weaknesses in my swordsmanship until I met you. When I crossed swords with you before, I lacked endurance, and your powerful blows nearly knocked my blade from my hand. If it weren't for my slightly superior technique, I fear you would have defeated me. Technique? Huh, you mean your laughable little tricks? I know how to relate to you now. As we have fought before, how about we share some of our insight? Huh? We have battled for all this time, yet I have never seen you fatigued. How do you train? Would you consider teaching me? I fear you will be disappointed, hero. This is not due to my training. I am simply more capable of enduring pain and suffering than you are. Lol.
Oh, hello, young ones. Is there anything I can help you with?
Are you the father of Keinani and Artakama?
Ah, yes. Did my daughters cause trouble at school again? Alas, forgive this old brain of mine. Both of my daughters graduated long ago, and they are now scholars at the Grove. As I get older, memories from years past tend to blend together. What's the matter, young one? Why so quiet? Did my daughters really get into some trouble? If they refuse to apologize, just let me know. Their old dad can still talk some sense into them.
What should we do? I really can't tell him.
Don't ask me, I'm getting all teary-eyed as well.
Mr. Fabio. The Black Tide took Keinani and Artakama.
What?
They fought until their last breath against the Black Tide to defend the Grove. As the Chrysos heir stationed at the Grove, I failed to protect them. Mr. Fabio, if you're upset...
Don't put it that way. Even if my Artakama wasn't one of the Chrysos heirs mentioned in the prophecy, she was still a heroine, wasn't she?
I dislike Anaxa, but he shows me his human side here, and I am starting to stop disliking him. But I know what kind of asshole he is. Why is he evoking conflicting feelings? Is this what they decided to do? To make him interesting? Evoking conflicting feelings?
What's wrong? I'm busy. There's a lot going on in the city, and I've got my hands full.
Mister, we're sorry to bother you, but...
Wait, Lady Casters, did Lady Aglaia send you because of some mistake I made at work?
Keep your cool, Titus. I'm Anaxagoras from the Grove of Epiphany, and a colleague of your father, Old Titus. A few days ago, your father passed away.
Wait, what? My old man died? That's no shocker. At his age, he was due for the River of Souls any time.
How can you say that? He's your...
just up and left me behind. That old man. I've been telling him for ages to stay in the Holy City and enjoy his retirement. But no, he just had to go off to that grove and mess around with those scholars. Still wouldn't budge after all those arguments. That stubborn old thing. I already got him a retirement home and was waiting for him to come around. All my effort is wasted now, and he didn't even give me a chance to say goodbye. That bull-headed old man. Stubborn as a mule.
Oi oi.
That is it. That's all the colleagues' families that I remember.
Those who sacrifice their lives and their families are truly admirable.
Good work, Miss. And Professor Anaxa.
Let's go. Take me to see Aglaya.
All right. I'll lead the way.
Let's go back for another soak.
I'm even taller.
Thank you for the food you give us, great Circes.
Could have just teleported there, to be honest.
Miss Castoris, my lady, you're back.
Hello. We have an important matter to discuss with Lady Aglaya. May we trouble you to inform her of our presence?
My apologies, Miss Castoris. Lady Aglaya has just informed me that she has no time to receive anyone at the moment.
That's just great. She refuses to even see me. Answer me this, friend. Did Aglaya order you to take me directly to prison?
Who are you?
Please don't jest. It's possible that she really is busy. Let's wait here a moment, and I'll try to contact her using the slate.
To Talia and company, of the gross circumstances we are now fully cognizant, and for thy most diligent efforts we harbor the deepest gratitude. Indeed, no words could adequately convey the depths of our appreciation. Alas, the Holy City presently faces sundry complications and manifold duties command our attention, precluding us from extending proper welcome. For this oversight we express sincere regret. Furthermore, following thy arduous voyage, rest must be prioritized. The particulars of recent events shall be deliberated upon the morrow, so it is written. You're writing literature? Got it. The elegant style must be the German makers. Dear German maker, please inform Lady Aglaya Cha's message received. We will take our rest today. We send her our regards. Very well. Lol. She has assistant.
It's fortunate we don't have to confront that woman while I'm hauling around this sick body. Castoris, and this friend I haven't gotten the chance to know, I'll take my leave for today. That Titan made a myriad of adjustments on their own. My head still aches from that. I don't want to stay a second longer in this noisy city if I can.
Please be careful. Akama isn't the grove. This place
is covered by her golden threads. I know. That woman is extremely confident I won't escape her grasp. Don't worry. As I said before, I'll mind my behavior.
Miss, so many unexpected things happened on our journey to the Grove. We truly had no intention of putting you in danger, let alone face the Black Tide head-on.
After trying to kill me, they're so concerned of putting me and Danhang into danger. As if they were risking a life of foreign dignitary that they can't afford to get killed. I mean, technically they can. Trouble is my old friend by now. We made it back alive. So much for the Black Tide.
The Black Tide is not just an enemy of Akama, but all of Amphorius. Even back when the forces of strife coveted the Holy City, their warriors still undeniably halted the Black Tide outside Castrum Kremnos. Negador's core flame now sits vacant, and the Black Tide has returned. The Grove is an academic city with the best understanding of the Black Tide. It shouldn't have fallen so easily, and yet it was taken overnight, leaving the city in blood and tears, haunted by the spirits of departed heroes. The trial of strife is imminent. I pray Mighty will be able to steal his resolve soon.
And that black-robed swordsmaster. The dreadful enemies of the Grove are also creations of the Black Tide?
Lady Trebe once traveled across thousands of cities in Amphorius to repel the Black Tide. But even they have no recollection of this powerful enemy in all their journeys. Perhaps the fall of strife has triggered even more terrifying events in unseen places. As for me, I detected a strong stench of death from that entity. But it wasn't because it had a connection with Thanatos. I'm afraid it's purely because it has sent countless others to their deaths. Speaking of Thanatos, Miss, there is something else I wish to verify with you.
Mm-hmm.
You must have an idea of the curse I bear by now. I was born as the shadow of death, a poison shunned by all living beings.
Didn't I touch her during the cutscene?
Yet when you caught me in the Grove...
Exactly! Hey, is she blushing?
I'm curious why you weren't affected by my power, Miss.
I had totally forgotten about this until you brought it up. Maybe it just hasn't taken effect yet. I'm used to it. I'm just special like that. Now that you mention it, I think the same thing happened in the Vortex.
My apologies for the abrupt question. For all my life, I've always wondered, what is my connection to death? And why am I inextricably linked to Thanatos? Miss, you must be tired after being on the move these past few days. Please set aside the tragedy at the Grove for now, and rest for the day.
Nameless recollection. The scholar manifested in the Grove and doused that raging blaze. The crisis experienced it through your travels. Head to the book and write it down. Oh. I mean, it should take only a second, I think. Those flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories, as I've written. Let that divine name dim. Before meeting death, the scholar already composed his own epitaph.
This person's name was seldom mentioned by others. Incomplete, just like his fate.
He would sweep his own grave at the beginning of every month of reaping, staring long and hard at his stained hand. Hands that never seek the benediction of gods, accepting only the tricks and plots his brain presents.
keep your distance from that blasphemous one, lest misfortune follows you like a shadow.
People warned each other just before his lectern. In those rumors, the scholar's hubris looms full and vile. He dares to proclaim ascendancy over gods and defy the Titan's will. But the one shouldering such slander pays little heed. His lonesome figure stands aloof, for he always believed that gods are no greater than mortal beings such as he. Grove of Epiphany, the paradise of the wise, yet harbors one shouldering the name of a fool. He calls himself a clear-headed teacher, leading lost students, yet he rarely guides or teaches apart from gifting a single saying. Yet for the rest of the student's life, that saying often proves to be more valuable than gold. Pupils often praise his words as divine utterances, to which the teacher replies with sharp retort. Apart from destiny, he seems able to decipher all laws, and now even destiny may also be within his grasp. It was not so in the beginning, as he silently recalls the past under leafy shade.
Faced with the god's edict, even I cannot resist.
With no guidance given, he reaches enlightenment for the first time.
Yet, I sincerely believe this is not to be my destiny.
That became the cause of the blasphemy.
Miracles are the most conceited actions of gods. They are God's denial of humanity via might. Magic tricks are the most articulate rebuttal. They are humanity's imitation of godhood via intellect.
He habitually describes the feats of mankind as magic tricks, proving that the enlightened can step beyond the boundaries of reason. But magic tricks cannot afford to fail, even after a million times, and for that the blasphemous co-conspires with a god. Using the final trick, they wish... Hey! I didn't read that. I thought he will say it himself. Wow, is this the story of the new companion? That one who looks like a scholar of some kind. Looks like a pirate. Magical boy. Can't I open this story without... That's annoying. No, I can. What was the last sentence he said? Using the final trick, they wish to create a miracle to end all miracles. Okay, cool. That's everything I wanted to know. Yay! Collectible flame chaser, 6x6. Okay, we did something today interesting. Stellar Jade. But that will be everything for today. No more flame-chasing journeys for today. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Let's find someone to raid. Okay. Anyway, thank you for dropping by again. Ace Nova Storm, thank you for being here. I don't know if you're still here, but I hope you have a great rest of your day, as well as anyone other who's here. And see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Let's go to Maya.